could have been a 10-year project. Oh, yeah. But for me, I felt an urgency. About 2.5 years ago, I found in my grandfather's war trunk, he's long since passed, but I found in his trunk 70 letters from strangers all across the country, ham radio operators and shortwave listeners. They sent word to his mother, my great-grandmother, that he was a prisoner of war captured in Tunisia and being held by the Germans. And I thought that was so remarkable that 70 people took their time and their money to write these letters to an absolute stranger to let her know that her son had been captured. And they heard all of that over shortwave radio. So I published the book. It took 2 years from the discovery of the letters until we finally got it published in December of '07. But now we have it published, and in fact we're in the studio right now recording it as an audiobook. My first task in finding the letters was to research who did this and why, and really discover why people did that for strangers. And then it was to say thank you to them. So I tried to find the original letter writers from 1943, many of whom unfortunately have since passed, but I was able to find their children and say thank you to their children for what their parents had done back during World War II. And then I did find some of them, if they were teenagers when they wrote the letters. I was able to find them today, alive and well, in their 80s. One in particular is Flavius Jankowskis, and I wish I remembered his call sign. I do have it in the book. But he's alive and well in Philadelphia. He wrote this letter to my great-grandmother when he was a teenager before he joined the Merchant Marines himself. And a lot of them said they did it to be a part of the effort. They were radio enthusiasts. They heard information they knew somebody else needed to get, and they felt it was their job to get the information to them.
Radio was so important back then, as opposed to now. That was their lifeline. They were so used to communicating that way.
Absolutely. I was really amazed because I have to be honest, I had heard the term ham radio operator before in my life, but until discovering these letters and researching this process, I wasn't as familiar with all of the efforts that ham radio operators are involved with and the ways in which they helped then, but they currently help now too, even just given Hurricane Katrina, the way that they were able to help with communications. I think the role of radio is often not as recognized as it should be. Even today, we have, I think, more ham radio operators today than we did back then, but yet a lot of folks, unless they're involved, they just don't know too much about that field. The book's been for sale since December, and people can get it however they like to buy books. If they like to use Amazon.com, they can get it there. I think it's on eBay. It's, of course, on my website, powletters.com. And if you order it from my site, I can inscribe it however they like and then send it off to them. You can buy it at your bookstore. If they don't have it, it would just take them a few days to get it in. So however people like to buy books, this book is available.